helped projects thrive. We've seen many projects that have come out because of what AI has brought to the table.
Yes.
And we've seen that things that were called impossible before in the blockchain ecosystem has become possible. So I would say like it's more like a mutual benefit between AI and blockchain. So like it's a complementary effort. So blockchain is giving so much to AI as AI is giving so much to blockchain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can you go deeper? Like what exactly? Like can you show us some use cases?
Yeah. There are so many use cases. I've seen different projects. So let me talk about mine.
Of course.
So InfluxAI, at InfluxAI, what we are doing is, because if you think about it, the original goal of blockchain is to kind of like bring digitalization and adoption as well. People tend to back out from things that they do not understand. And we've seen people do that in the blockchain space. And one of the ways that companies have been trying to correct that notion is to build up some sort of safety infrastructure around the blockchain to maybe understand that it's safer. Some people have done like some education initiative.
Okay.
And we've seen there are major stakeholders in the blockchain space. They are not so much a community can do before or like now. So blockchain has brought together so many people.
Yes.
We've seen the GameFi, the SocialFi, the DeFi, NFTs and whatnot. And being able to create that sense of adoption where people belong to a community. We've seen DAOs, for example. Yes. And with that, we've seen many DAOs that kind of like give people some sort of ownership. And I feel like that's one of the things that is what is going to really drive the community to where it needs to get to. So now talking about how AI works in InfluxAI. So what we're doing, honestly, we're building like a platform. I would call it an ecosystem, to be honest, for not just developers, because I'm a developer. I've been like developer for like 10 years. Not just developers or investors. I'm talking about day-to-day users to be able to benefit from the crypto space. And we're doing that by giving them an on-chain analysis platform where they could get analysis on different projects and tokens. The idea for that, honestly, is to give people the right information they need before they invest. We've seen many crypto scams, for example. We've seen many projects that have failed. And sometimes they fail because some of them they intend to fail. While some of them they didn't do the right things. And so kind of like shaping the narrative to create some sort of fashion that would make people that are building projects build project the right way, because they'll be able to see historical data, they'll be able to see standards, and they'll be able to innovate rightly. So on our platform, what you will see there is that you'll be able to see, you could go there, get out of the box any data or any information that you need for a specific project. And that will kind of like give you all the information that you need to make your own decision. So we're not telling you what to invest in, but we're giving you all the information you need to make the right investment. So that's just one layer.
That's great.
Right. So yeah, there are many other things that we're trying to do. Like I said, it's an ecosystem thing. We're also trying to reach developer. I'm a developer, and developer like in the auditing firm, they audit smart contracts, right? And sometimes some people still get hacked. And I have seen that there's not so much a thriving developer community in that sense. Right? So we're trying to like raise a community of developers that kind of like build smart contracts the right way. And we're giving them tools like SDK they could contribute to that has like up-to-date bugs and vulnerabilities, because in the ecosystem, we get bugs every day. So with that, I could kind of like use our tool to update their stack and build contracts the right way. So you're targeting developers and also like a regular consumer. It's an ecosystem thing. It's like makes sense. And what about sources of information the platform will use to give you the information about the project? So we have different categories of data. We have on-chain data. We have static data. We have offline or like off-site data, if you ask me. With those categories, there are some data that you can find on-chain. Things like the market cap, maybe circulated supply of DV, all of those stuff, the price. But things like the website of the company, the white paper, the VCs backing them, the team behind the project.
So official information.
Official information. That's correct. I'm going to change it. All right, like official information. And with that information, one thing that we'd also do is that we'll not just give you data or analysis. We give you some sort of AI ability to have interaction with those data. So I call it AI insights. So on the platform, you could chat with the specific data. So if you see a pie chart or a bar chart on Instagram, you could there'll be a button there that you just say, hey, okay, what happened like a few months back? And what happened to this little bit pepper, for example? and it will give you direct insight.
Okay, yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you will like it will take a little bit less time to do this, like do your own research thing, right? Yeah, it's super important.
It's on the fly.
Yes.
The way we're doing it is that anytime you make a query, like anytime you come to the platform, it gives you fresh data for your query. So it makes it more intuitive. And one thing that we're also building, because if you look at our product, one thing we're doing is that we're making sure that it's an ecosystem thing. The more we give value to the community, and the more we have them contribute, the more we're able to give constant value. So on our platform, very soon, in our pipeline, you'll be able to give opinions. And those opinions can be stored on-chain, and you can make it as an NFT. So some sort of ownership comes into play.
Yes.
So meaning that as a user, or probably like a blockchain enthusiast, you just come to the platform and say, I saw this online about Pepe, or maybe about Bitcoin or whatnot.
Yeah.
And you get some kind of like votes on your opinion. And the more votes your opinion gets, you kind of like get, I don't want to expose those stuff, but you kind of get like noted in the community that we're building.
Yeah.
And with that, you get tokenized for that.
Yeah, I like this social like engagement feature.
Yeah, so in the pipeline, we're adding some sort of social file field to bring the community together.
Yeah. How do you feel about AI and blockchain cooperating in the next year?
We've seen a lot of movements. If you ask me, like, to be honest, like, even from the LLMs that we've seen, like, ChatGPT and Gemini and whatnot, we've seen many companies move from Web 2 to Web 3. That a kind of synergy between Web 3 and AI as well.
Yeah.
I just heard that Microsoft like launched some sort of Microsoft Ion stuff. I'm still doing more research on that, but the idea is that when it comes to technology, one thing is key, which is innovation, and to keep innovation and keep adoption as well, you have to create a balance.
Yes.
And I feel like in the next coming years, we're going to have more projects understanding that balance. So for example, like when NFTs came to play, people abused it. Some people abused it because they didn't get the real idea of NFTs. They felt like it's just one quick way to get money.
Yes.
And it's more than that, actually, if you think about it. It's about people wanting to be creators, and you could understand, if you could see your creation come into life in the digital economy. And that kind of gives you some value, and you feel like you're doing something good. But people abused it to a point.
Yeah.
But until we come back to realize the original goal and idea of the blockchain ecosystem, we'll be able to understand how to use the right technology for it. So I feel like in the next few years, we're going to see policies in different parts of the world. Like now, even in the US, and we'll see policies that kind of create that balance between innovation, technology, and scalability. As a developer, I think about scalability all the time, so it's a long-term thing for me.
Yeah, okay, I see. Someone mentioned that the biggest challenge for this industry is lack of patience, because you have all these customers, they need like fast money and everything. Yeah, and a lot of founders, they just they want to launch their projects and get back money. Yeah, so do you agree with this? Maybe you have some other views on the challenges that they have here?
Yeah, like I said just now.
Yes.
Sorry, excuse me. It's about balance, honestly. So, for example, like I spoke about the NFTs, and the reason why, for example, we have meme coins, we have shit coins. Most of them are built on hypes.
Yes.
And sometimes, depending on how the hype comes, it's not sustainable, right? So we see people that want to do like quick money stuff. They want 100x, their portfolio, and it's not always going to be like that. If you want to be able to build a more sustainable economy and be vast in the thriving economy, you need to be able to understand the dynamics of how these things change. So for example, I would say for a fact that the blockchain ecosystem is building up. It's like a baby that is still being nurtured. But you kind of like see the value at each step of the way.
Yes.
So it kind of like creates a motivation around the ecosystem. People are motivated to do stuff. People want to build their products on the fly and have it launched, and really catch the bull market, or maybe catch something that's really coming up. And that's great. But if we continue like that, people are going to back out, right? So that's why some sort of regulations will come into play pretty soon that will kind of help people create that balance. So for example, at InfluxAI, what we're doing is kind of like create some sort of standard that was not defined by us, but also defined by vast majority in the community. So that way, we scale correctly. Our project scale, we are building a more vast and thriving economy, an ecosystem, and we'll see people get excited because they're not just thinking about how to get money right away, but how to support the economy. People just want to withdraw quick, but
Yes.
in the long run, I feel like you need to think about how you can support the community. So, for example, I've been like I'm a technical program manager by default. What that
Okay.
means that I'm able to manage multiple technical programs. So I have a company called Adlabs, so where we help different companies understand what they're doing and what they need to do right, like set up milestones and stuff. Boring stuff if you ask me, but the idea there is that people are not getting things right.
Okay.
So being able to get the right things into play and check all the boxes, I think along the way we'll build, people will understand what we are doing and understand that for them to be able to see what they want to see, they need support.
Yes.
And by support, I mean by the project and how they intend to build the project. So not just cashing out. I mean, that's
Yeah,
good,
I agree. Yeah.
but it's not sustainable if you ask me.
Yeah.
That's my
yeah.
thoughts.
Agree, 100%. Yeah, like this point about balance. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's super nice. Why? Cool. How do you like the conference so far? Can you tell us a bit like about your impressions?
Yeah, so this is my first time in Thailand.
Yes, mine as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I thought I was the only one.
No, it's my first day actually because I arrived at 2 a.m. today. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
this is my first day in Bangkok in
Oh,
Thailand.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool, yeah. I'm pretty impressed. I love the setup, the scenery. I've seen so much collaboration. I saw the Prime Minister of Thailand.
Yes.
And I saw that he shared a slide of how he's, in good relationship with like different Asian economies, like, China and the rest of them. And for him being here shows a great support. And that's a
Yeah.
motivation for the entire ecosystem,
Yes.
for this community, for this
Of
continent,
course.
right? And it's great. I want you to see more of that. So I'm pretty impressed. I'm pretty pumped. I've seen a lot of people wanting to network and understand how they could support each other. If you look around, look at the booths, you see that there's some sort of synergy that is, being built. People are taking pictures, which is good. But also, like, overall, we need to have more of this. I read an article on ThailandNews.tv about a particular, it's called Thailand 4.0.
Oh.
They launched the policy that was in 2016.
Okay.
And the idea is to make Thailand a digital economy
Okay.
on innovation and technology
Yes.
in the next coming years. And that kind of initiative will strengthen this ecosystem and really strengthen the community. And we're going to see many other parts of the world doing the same, trying to do what they can to support. Like, you can only back out from technology for a little while, but if you understand the benefits and you work on the benefits and mitigate some risk, you'll be fine.
Yes.
So this is quite impressive if you ask me. And I'm
Yeah,
pumped.
I agree. Yeah. Really good choice of location. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, thank you so much. It
Yeah.
was great
You're welcome.
to speak with you.
Likewise. Yeah, bye.
Yeah.